What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Nerky Chan, coming back with another Labu, 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 Labubu. If y'all don't know, that's the official Labubu theme song. Yo, OG Labubu, you would know that theme song. Labu, 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 Labubu, Labubu. Alright, enough of those antics. Today we're doing a comparison of the three mainline Labubu figurines. We got the OG, MACARON. This one is the OG that started the craze. Typical Labubu, fur, standing up, gold ring. We'll compare some details later. And then the V2, the sequel to the OG. They always say the sequel's gotta be better, and they come out with the Have a Seat collection. A Labubu sitting down, slightly longer ears, slightly longer arms, because, you know, they're sitting down. And then the legs are bent in. Super soft fur. Have a Seat V2. And then I think the one that really skyrocketed Labubu to that next level hype was the Big Into Energy. It took me a while to finally secure a Big Into Energy. I finally got a in-store pickup at my the Oculus Mall. Finally got one of those. Bam. Only the orange one. And this is my kid, so I gotta be very careful with this. But yeah, look at the details. Guys, soak it in. 3 Labubus. So which one you should get? I think the best quality out of these 3 has to be Big Into Energy. The fur quality is nice. There's not a lot of loose strands all over the fur. The fur is super soft, super plush. I like my Labubus chunky. Sometimes the macaroons, depending on which factory you get them from, it can be a bit deformed. The head can be a bit off. The filling can be a bit off. Quality is not the best compared to before. You know, before the hype, the quality was good. But now they're pumping out a lot of macaroons and Have a Seats, and the quality is kind of hit or miss on the macaroons. Sometimes you get a macaroon and you'll have loose fur all over it. You'll have to trim it. The sewing on the face mask will be uneven. You'll get like more fur on one side. It's just kind of horrendous. So hopefully they sort those out. But the Big Into Energy, the fur quality is the best out of all these 3. Has this silky feel to it. The macaroon is more of a carpet raggedy feel, and the Have a Seat is in between these 2. It's nice, soft, short hair kind of thing. But the Big Into Energy, the fur is the best. Long, soft. This one, best fur. And the dye for each color that you get is unique. I don't think you'll get 2 Labubus with the same dye pattern, so it makes them very, very unique. Also, you got the colored tooth. These 3 don't have the colored tooth. You got brighter blush. You got painted toenails. These Labubus don't have any painted toenails. So this is definitely the more colorful, more playful Labubu. And the eyes, you have this nice reflective color material, whereas the previous 2 versions of Labubu is just the brown. So depending on your style, if you want something more low-key, you know, go with the original macaroon or the V2. If you want something in between these 2, like a good quality Labubu, but something that's not too loud, Have a Seat is the way to go. I absolutely love Have a Seat because they're sitting down, so they're a lot more chunky, and I like the chunky Labubus. The taller ears make it look a lot more bunny-like, so if you like that bunny-like Labubu, definitely check out Have a Seat. Now, in terms of how easy it is to get, Big Into Energy is still pretty difficult to get. It sells out instantly on Pop Mart Lives. It sells out instantly on in-store pickup. So you really just gotta be lucky to get a Big Into Energy right now. Who knows 6 months from now if it's gonna be easier, but right now the easiest ones to get, and when I say easy, I mean like you'll probably get it in like 5 to 10 tries trying to do an in-store pickup or a Pop Mart Live, are these 2. Whereas the Big Into Energies, it took me like 30 tries across Pop Mart Live, China, USA, and in-store pickup at the mall location in Fidai, in the financial district, to get finally just 2, one for me, one for my kid. technically 2 for my kids because, you know, they take everything that, you know, all my little toys, they all take them and I let them play with them, my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, my Pokemon cards, everything. So yeah, easiest to get are these two, hardest to get. So, you know, I will work my way up. I would definitely shoot for a MACARON. MACARON is the OG. You can't go wrong with the OG. It's iconic, but quality-wise isn't the best, but it's easy to get. It's easier to get than Big Into Energy. Comes in a good variety of solid colors. If you want solid colors, go ahead and pick the MACARON, because Have a Seat, more pastel colors, whereas the MACARONs, you get the blue, you get the gray, the soybean, so a lot more basic color selection, whereas Have a Seat is more of the spring pastel colors. So again, Have a Seat is kind of in between these two. If you want some nice light colors, but you don't want anything too crazy, you know, Have a Seat is the way to go. Other than that, if you look at the back of the Labubus, they're pretty similar. You get the round head, but look at the thickness on the Big Into Energy. The Big Into Energy is definitely big. It's wider because of the fur, the body frame, the head. It's just overall a lot bigger in terms of the proportions. So back is pretty simple. Tag is still in the same place for Big Into Energy. Have a Seat, the tags on the bottom. Not much difference in the foot body, but if you look at the bottom of the foot, this one has it engraved, while this one has the paint, and then the Have a Seat just has the engraved as well. Now, if we move on to the key rings, I think the best key rings is the Big Into Energy ones. The key ring is just so sturdy, it's solid. You can feel the weight difference between these rings. When they went V2, that's when the rings started getting a little bit light. And I like a nice sturdy ring. It feels more sturdy to clip on. A lot of people lose their Labubus because these clips can come off quite easily, like especially for V3. Comparing the clip strength to the clip strength of the V1, I mean, the V3 is just slightly softer, easier to push in. So watch out for that. You know, if you're worried about the clip strength, definitely I recommend you getting one of those clear case Labubus, where you encase your entire Labubu in a clear case, and then the case itself has like a metal-ish chain. So definitely, if you're scared about Labubu, keeping your Labubu safe and secure, definitely pick that up. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the main comparison between these three Labubus. My favorite is Big Into Energy. I'm gonna try to get more Big Into Energies for my kids. They absolutely love it. And MACARONs and Have a Seats, they've had their fair share, so they're pretty much over it, but now it's just Big Into Energy. Big Into Energy, by far, they've definitely looked at the previous Labubus and they really said, you know, what can we do better? How can we improve the product? And I would say this is by far the best Labubu you could get for your money in terms of the mainline series. There are some special editions like Fall Into Wild, Coca-Cola, Checkmate, the Halloween, the Wings one that are also very good, but so far I've only gotten 2 of them, so until I get a bit more, I'll do a full collection. But that's all I have, guys. Labubu V1, V2, V3. Which one's your favorite?